Hi, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new, welcome. My name is Anna and I'm doing the Pandos Eyeshadows project. It must be my 5th update. It should have been up in middle of June. I didn't do an update in June, so it's been 2 months since I last updated this project. So a lot has happened in 2 months. I have some progress to share with you. It has been 2 months with slightly less eyeshadow use than normal, so I haven't been wearing eyeshadow every day, which you'll be able to see in my numbers. So I count how many times I've used every single eyeshadow from last time to this time, and then I have a rule where if I've used an eyeshadow 30 times or more and I feel like I won't be able to hit pan anytime soon, I can roll it out if I want to. Other than that, I don't think I have any other like weird rules. It's basically just me trying to hit pan on as many eyeshadows as possible. And it was Alexandra who started this. I will link her channel down below, as well as some other YouTubers who are doing this project this year. And yeah, I think that's that. Let's just start with the most fun eyeshadow, which is the one I was able to pan on. It's from my Decay Born to Run palette, and it is the shade Stranded right here. So this took quite a while to hit pan on. I used it 44 times before I was able to hit pan. This shade right here was also in the project earlier this year, and I used it 30 times and I could barely see a dip, so I kind of gave up. But I used Stranded 44 times and then an additional 2 times after I had hit pan. So it has a decent dip all over, and then it has pan in the middle. So the shimmer shades in this palette is a lot easier to pan on than the matte ones. I've tried hitting pan on 2 of the matte eyeshadows in here and it just takes absolutely forever. So I'm hoping and praying that I won't get another matte eyeshadow from here in this project this year, because they're killing me. The next one I have to talk about is the one from my Colourpop Sweet Talk palette. It's the ICYMI shade. I finally managed to say it right. It's this eyeshadow in the bottom right here. So you won't be able to see any dip or usage, I don't think. The little thing that you can see right here, that's not me using the eyeshadow, that's actually a brush or something. I know I just kind of got something in there and made a little dent, but yeah, it looks pretty much untouched still, I think. And I've actually used this one 17 times these last 2 months, and a total of 32 times. And you wouldn't guess that I've used this one 32 times. I haven't been using like a lot every time, like mostly in the crease. I'm wearing it in the crease today as well, but I feel like I've used enough that I should be able to see some progress. So I've actually decided to roll this one out so that I can get something else instead, and maybe I'll get a little more creative. I do really love this shade and I wouldn't mind continuing to work on it, but I know that now that I've hit the 30 use mark, and I don't think I would have used it that often, and it would have been a little annoying not hitting pan anytime soon. So I've just decided to take that one out of the project. I can still use it sometimes if I feel like it, so it's not like I'm decluttering it or something. So that is that one. The next one that I have a lot of progress on is the Tarte Sweetheart shade from the Tartelette in Bloom palette. I used this one. It's this shade right here, right next to the one that I had panned on earlier in the project. So yeah, this is Sweetheart. I used it 25 times this month, and I've used it a total of 44 times now. 44, that's a pretty high number. I am surprised I didn't hit pan. Do I have Funny Girl? I used the shade next to it, Funny Girl, 43 times before I pan. So 42 or 43. So I should be extremely close on Sweetheart. I thought I might pan on it today, but I didn't. But the dip is, I mean, it might be tomorrow. So I'm gonna continue having this one in. I really, really love this shade, and I'll continue working on it. I will probably hit pan sometime soon, and then once I do, I can start focusing on something else, and then we'll definitely have a new shade to roll in next month. So that's exciting. But an eyeshadow that I didn't use almost at all is from the Huda Beauty Mall Obsessions palette. It's the middle shade right here, and I used it 6 times, so no dip in there. I tried using it in my brows. That's not a good look because it's way too pink toned. Also, I just find this one to be just a little bit too cool toned on my eyes. I've never used it and thought, oh wow, my eye makeup looks good today. It's just not a flattering shade on me. So I'm gonna have to try using it more and finding some ways to make it work this upcoming month. And if I cannot make it work whatsoever, I might have to roll it out. But I'm gonna see if I can get to that 30 uses mark, or find a way that I really like it so that I can hit pan, because it's a shame, because it's a beautiful shade. It's just I don't think it looks good on me at all. So that's a bummer. A shade that I do think look pretty good on me, and the only reason I haven't been using this one that much is that I've had other shades to put in the crease, and I've been using the Tartelette in Bloom one a lot. It's the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette in the shade Low Blow. Can you see that? So it's this one right here. It reminds me of MAC Uninterrupted. It's quite quite a rich shade. I do really like pairing it with blue eyeshadows. I cannot remember if I did any. Let me see if I have any eye looks that I did. I've been pretty bad at taking pictures of my eye looks this month, but I think I'll next time I will show you a few looks, or I'll do a separate video talking about eyeshadow look combos, because right now I just couldn't find any pictures, and the few eyeshadow pictures that I can find, I cannot actually remember what I used because it's a long time ago. So that is, I need to get a better solution for that so that I can actually remember what I use. But I've been using it a lot with blue eyeshadow on the lid, and I really like how that looks. So it's just a really nice, warm, nice eyeshadow. So if you want to see how these 5 eyeshadows swatched together, I will have my last video linked and up in the cards as well. And then we're gonna randomly generate 2 new eyeshadows, and then we'll see what the color story we get for the rest of July and August will be. I'm a little nervous because I've had a pretty neutral color palette so far, and there are a few eyeshadows in my collection that I'm a little afraid to get in here because I just don't know how I would use them. There are some colors and some more glittery eyeshadows, and some that I know I wouldn't be able to pan on. So we will see. Let's just find out. So I have my Tiny Decisions app, which is the app I use to randomly generate my eyeshadows in this project. And I have all of my eyeshadows in this little wheel. And I'm gonna see if I can try to not blind you because my phone screen is a little weird. Okay, let's just go with it. So it's like super reflective. That one is already in the project, so I don't know why that is in the wheel at all, but okay, we're gonna have to pick a new one. And okay, I was kind of hoping that I would get something from my Color Rain palette, but it's oh, It's the one that looks almost identical to Tartelette in Bloom. Are you kidding me? The Sweetheart shade and this shade, they are super duper similar. Can you see that? So those two shades are okay. Well, I'm almost done with Sweetheart, so I'll start using Color Drain Princess instead. And it's actually kind of nice because I haven't been using my Color Drain Queen of Hearts palette that much. I've only used it a few times, and I do actually really love this palette, and I have wanted to reach for it more, and I remember really wanting this palette for so long, and then when I got it, I just for some reason didn't really gravitate towards it, even though I love the colors. So I'm really excited about having an eyeshadow from here because it makes me reach for this palette more. So even though it's probably like one of the most boring shades in here, it's one that I know that I will love, and then I can kind of dip into all the other ones and kind of get to know them. So that's interesting. And then let's see what the next one is. Urban Decay Dirty Talk. Isn't that from the Urban Decay Naked Heat? Yes, it is. Interesting. Okay, so another shade from my Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. This time I got this shade right here, which is a really, really nice, what would you describe this color as? It's like a rich red metallic burnt shade. Like, looks really nice. Okay, let me just quickly swatch these on my hand. Okay, yeah, this is nice. So these are definitely not perfect swatches, but you get an idea. And I'm happy to see that the Queen of Hearts Princess shade is darker than Sweetheart up here, but it's actually more close to the Huda Beauty one, except this one is a lot more cool tone, almost like purpley gray, and this one is a more warm pink type of shade. And then this is the new one from the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. So both of these are from the Naked Heat palette and should be pretty easy to wear together. And also I think I can pair these two together and also use Sweetheart. Don't really know what to do about the Huda Beauty one still, so we'll just have to figure that out. But those are the colors I'm going to be working on for the next month. Still no super colorful ones. I think it's a little weird that I got the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette again, and it also randomly generated Low Blow first, so actually kind of chose two shades from that palette. But I mean, it's convenient to have two eyeshadows from the same palette, and the Heat palette is one of my oldest ones that I own, so I should really be using it now that I can and that the formula is still nice. And also getting the Queen of Hearts palette is really exciting, so I can't wait to play with that one. And as I said, no looks from me today, but I will have those up again soon. I just need to find a way to take pictures and also write down what I actually put on my eyes, like on my eyes, because it's just stupid. So other than that, I just hope you have an amazing day, whatever you're doing, and then I will see you in my next video. Bye!